Okay, let's talk more about these big endorsements. Yeah, they are big. In case you missed it during Suzanne Malveau's live report at the top of the hour, here's the skinny, the Des Moines Register, and let's keep it real here. This isn't some college paper. It's the big paper, the statewide newspaper, endorsing Senators McCain and Clinton for the 2008 Iowa caucuses, and the Boston Globe is endorsing Senators Obama and McCain. We have roughly, 18 days until the caucus. Is that enough time for the other candidates to jockey into the top position? Let's bring in the bloggers. On the right, Amanda Carpenter from townhall.org. Amanda, good to talk to you. You're usually on Howard Kurtz's show, right?
I've been on there a couple times, so it's nice to be on with you tonight.
You're going to have more fun on this show. And the left, Pam Spaulding from Pam's House Blend blog. Hey, Pam, good to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you, Tim.
All right, let's, Pam, ratchet up the energy a little bit. We go at it here, all right? Stay with me now. Okay, the Des Moines Register goes for Hillary and McCain. Amanda, let's start with you. What's the impact? Let's start with the Clinton campaign.
Well, I think it gives Hillary a little bit of help. I mean, she's been hurting a lot this week with Obama. I mean, Obama's been tearing up. There's a great story in the New York Times yesterday talking about how he has this new confidence. He's speaking much crisper. And on McCain, that's interesting, too, because I think he's getting some momentum under the radar.
Do you really?
I do, because his, theory about the surge is being proven true right now, and New Hampshire's taking notice as well.
Hey, Pam, what do you think about these endorsements?
Well, I think the Clinton endorsement was not particularly surprising. The McCain one is kind of surprising, though if you think about it, the Republican Party is having a really tough time this cycle trying to find a candidate that's going to be palatable to the American public. So.
What's with your candidates, Amanda? Pam says they're all of them a problem plague.
You know, I think this process is great. I mean, the Republican Party is putting our own candidates through the ringer. You know, we're getting a lot more interesting discussion on the issues. We have a great pool of candidates. Mitt Romney, a former governor. I mean, John McCain with these, great credibility on the war issues. Rudy Giuliani, same thing with cleaning up New York. And so I think our pool is great. I think our pool is strong, and it's good that we're taking a long time to make up our minds.
Hey, Pam, did you see these endorsements coming for John McCain?
I did not. I mean, quite frankly, I think that he is probably the safest. He's also had trouble with fundraising, and his campaign was tanking quite early on, so I know this is a big boost for his campaign.
Pam, one more for you. Connecticut Senator Joe Lieberman, if you've been following the newscast at all today, you know this news here, officially an independent, votes and caucuses with the Democrats, is set to come out tomorrow and endorse John McCain? Huh? What happened here?
Oh, holy Joe, yes.
Nice
I'm not surprised at all at that. It's almost like the circle is now complete, the conversion is now complete. It's a surprise from the perspective that I don't think anyone heard anything about this prior to now.
Yeah.
But I'm really be interested to see what the Democrats have to say about that particular choice.
Well, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, his reaction was basically, Amanda, what do you make of this?
I think it's interesting. I'm wondering if Hillary is going to have a Republican in her back pocket to endorse her.
Nice. All right, let's move forward here a little bit. The endorsements. Let's talk about the endorsements in Iowa. That's the first big stop here. Does this have the net effect of moving us away from this cult of personality the last couple of weeks? We've got Oprah in Iowa, we've got Kevin Bacon in Iowa, we've got Tim Robbins in Iowa. Does this news, this endorsement, set of endorsements from the Register effectively get us back to talking about issues, talking about candidates, and focus us on the people who perhaps are best to lead the country?
Oh, I don't know about that. Their debates sure didn't in the last week.
Yeah.
No, not at all. And I think that we're talking about the media bubble where we have people who are political junkies, the mainstream media, looking at the horse race aspect of this. And quite frankly, I don't think most of the American people are tuned in at this point.
We just had a report from Suzanne Malveau that seemed to indicate that the people really are tuned in, particularly in Iowa.
In Iowa they are, but that's their state.
Right.
And I don't think that everybody is engaged around the country. Just remember, 50% of the folks don't vote at all. So I think that you're just going to have to see what happens. I think for those who are insiders and in the media, this is an incredibly interesting development, and there's going to be a lot of buzz around it, no doubt.
Amanda, what do you think?
I I disagree. I do think people are very tuned into this election, but unfortunately, I think it's become a little bit more about political entertainment with figures like Oprah and Chuck Norris getting more play than actual issues, unfortunately.
I agree with that.
You agree with that? Okay, what about the undecideds, for example, in Iowa? My goodness, what are we, 18 days away? Pam, and you're undecided. What are you waiting for at this point? A bolt of lightning? What happens here?
Maybe a bolt of lightning would help jar some of these folks, because I think everything is still fluid.
Are you as amazed as I am that we get to the end of these races and there's still like huge blocks of undecided voters out there?
Oh, absolutely. I think that there is an element and desire for change, which is why the Republican field is struggling quite a bit. And there's quite a bit of unanimity and excitement among the Democrats, but I think the folks who are backing Democrats are going to have a hard choice. And that's interesting, and I think it's good for it to remain fluid.
Amanda, I saw you, you furrowed your brow there, you made faces you weren't on. What was all that about?
Well, you know, I wouldn't be as grim as our friend Pam is about the Republican Party. Like I said before, I think we have a great pool of candidates, and people have just maybe been watching for someone to make a big mistake, and if you judge from the Des Moines Register endorsements this weekend, at the end, if nothing major happens between them, they might be going with the establishment, which is McCain and Clinton.
All right, you know what, Pam, anything? Any last word here?
No, I just think when people start seeing things happen after the caucuses in New Hampshire, I think you're going to see things shake out a little bit differently. Endorsements alone, I don't think, are going to make or break anyone.
What do you think, Amanda? Last word to you.
Yeah, we'll see in Iowa if the huckaboom is a huckabust or not.
There you go. I think I saw that a couple places this weekend. There you go. All right, Pam, Amanda, great to see you both. That was fun. Thank you.
Thank you.